welcome to my first part of my kitchen renovation. So right now I'm going to show you our current kitchen state, what it looks like, and kind of explain why we're changing it. If you want to go ahead and skip into us doing the work, I'll have all the chapters and stuff linked down below in case you don't want to hear me yapping for a couple of minutes about our old kitchen. But I'm just going to kind of do some shots here of our kitchen, and then I'll kind of explain what we want to change about it. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the light on. I, first of all, hate the light in here. That's gonna be changed eventually, but that's something we'll probably do last. I eventually would love to do recessed lighting in here, but I don't think that's a project for this video. Let's start off with the cabinets. So these cabinets are original to the house, except they just painted them white before we moved in with the previous owners, which I'm glad they did because it used to look, I'll show you up here. So it used to look like this. It was just like a faux wood. It's not real wood. And I think the white definitely looks better, but I don't love how the white shows literally every speck of dirt you can see on this white. It's not super easy to clean, and the paint has been chipping. It's starting to yellow in some places, especially up here. So I just don't love it. We changed these to make it look a little bit more modern, but I just don't love the routed arch. I don't know this style, what it's called. I just don't love that. The ones on the bottom are definitely better. So these are just like a normal rectangle, square, however it's classified, and I like those better. And then next is our countertops. So our countertops are a fake granite. It is just a, I think it's called a laminate countertop. It's made to look like granite, but it's not granite. And these get dirty super easily. It's already like chipping and coming up in some places. So don't love those. And then something else I don't love about this house is the soffits up here. Now, I don't think we're gonna be able to remove all of them, but the goal is to hopefully remove this one right here so we can get more of like a hanging light to go right here and kind of open up that space. What we're actually doing with all the other soffits is we're gonna try and kind of disguise them and make them look like they're part of the cabinets. We'll see if that works. Pretty much what we're doing in this kitchen renovation is we are updating the countertops. We are changing the cabinet doors and painting the cabinets. Hopefully updating the light above the sink and moving those soffits and kind of disguising our other soffits. Okay, so I want to show you, this is kind of where I've started on the project. So I went ahead and sanded this right here, and then actually sanded the part, I don't know what this is called. I sanded this whole area right here too. So this is what I'm going to work on today, is kind of painting this outer area, and then I might see if I can start up here. Me and my husband decided that we are not going to redo our drawers right now. We're just going to prioritize redoing our cabinet doors and then the drawers down the road. We're going to be doing shaker style cabinets, so it might look a little weird with these kind of rounded edge drawers, but we're just gonna kind of save money in that area for now. Yesterday, I also tried to remove these quarter rounds, I think is what my husband said they're called, and I could not get them off. So what I think I'm gonna do, instead of removing them, sanding them, and painting them, I think I'm just gonna sand them and paint them while they're on and just make sure I tape the floor. The reason why I'm not too concerned about getting it perfect with the floor is because eventually, honestly, maybe in the next year or year and a half, we plan on replacing these floors because we have 4 different floors, like floor types, just in this level of our house. It's ridiculous. So I'm not too worried about doing that because we'll have to take them off whenever we redo our floors anyway. We'll get these off eventually down the road and we'll end up replacing them. So this is the color I picked out for the cabinets. It is called Dovetail by Sherwin-Williams. It definitely is a lot more gray than I was anticipating, but our walls are kind of like a grayish color anyway. And I know people are like getting away from gray, but this is supposed to be a like brownish gray color. I thought it was more brown. It looked brown online. We'll see, but I just want dark cabinets. I've wanted dark cabinets for a while now instead of the white, so I think it's still gonna look good. Let me just go ahead and say, if you are someone who does not like when someone like cuts corners, paints over things, does like the easy way out, you might want to skip over this video because this is a budget renovation. So a lot of these are just kind of minor fixes for hopefully a couple years until we can actually do a real kitchen renovation. We have big plans for what we want to do with this house. This hopefully will just give us a nice little makeover for a couple years. What I'm going to do now is, since I already sanded this, I'm going to finish sanding over here, and then I'm also going to sand underneath this right here. And I'm probably going to do a time lapse because I want to listen to music or a podcast or something, and I don't want to get copyrighted. So let's do a time lapse and you can kind of see how I'm doing it. Also, I'm not a professional. My husband usually helps me with stuff like this. He's at work, so bear with me. I do have a sander that I'm going to use, but I'm also going to use a sanding block for some of like these harder places. Anyways, let's roll the time lapse. Swimming for a little bit after I painted that first coat, so I wanted to let it dry before I do my last coat. Let me show you what it looks like, and then I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do next. So this is what it's looking like. It is definitely pulling more brown, which is good. It definitely is a gray for sure, but like I feel like in our house it looks a little bit more brown tone. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it is looking really good. I had this right here so the cats didn't get into there because they love to go into like open areas. So I'm about to do this next coat, but before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and paint this spot right here. That one, I'm going to paint it white with my primer because I want to make sure that I don't need to put like another board over that in order for it to match the cabinets, if that makes sense. So I'm going to paint this white, and then I want to make sure that when I paint this cabinet up here this same color, that matches, because right now they're different materials. So I'm going to paint this white first to make sure it's the same shade. So my camera died, but let me show you what I just did. So I went ahead and taped off the part that the cabinet stops at, so the wall, and then I had thought about going all the way to the crown molding with the paint, but I'm just gonna stop for now because I feel like I'd rather go back and add it later and kind of see how it looks. So far, just like looking at it, I already like it. So I'm gonna roll it and then see if my husband likes it. Like it so far is because I feel like it already makes the cabinets look bigger, and it makes like the ceilings look a little bit taller and the room bigger. So I'm really pleased with it so far. Pretty much we're using MDF and then a 5mm plywood for the border. So we've just cut the MDF so far to some of the cabinet sizes. I meant to film that last night, but I completely forgot. So we're doing more of that today. So I will set this up and kind of show what we're doing. A little bit later. It has been raining, so we've kind of had to take a break, but we've got the first door kind of done. I'll show you what it looks like. I'm downstairs assembling them, and Chance is just kind of cutting the little strips for the sides, like the panels. I don't know how you say it. This is kind of what I'm working on. So this is what first one looks like, and then I'm just kind of gluing. Got a whole station right here. I had just had weights on them, but I moved it. I'm gonna put the weights back on here in a second. Hello and welcome back to my kitchen series. So last I think I updated you, we had done some of the doors and they were setting. So we've done all the doors on this side, like up here. We have not done any on the bottom or any on this side yet. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna paint this whole top soffit white and then, or prime it I should say. My camera is dying, so I'm gonna charge it for a little bit, but I wanted to update kind of what I'm doing, and then once it's charged, I will come back and kind of show where I'm at and maybe do a little time lapse. First of all, sorry if you hear my dogs playing in the background. They are literally, I don't know what the heck they're doing. But I wanted to show what I've done. So I literally have not sanded or painted a single thing because it took me so long to take the hinges off the doors, because I think when the previous owners painted these, I swear they put the hinges right on and it was completely stuck. So then I did that and I cleared these shelves and I started cleaning them, and then I was like, wait, I'm about to sand. I don't want to clean them again. That's what I've been doing. So I actually brought up one of the doors and I wanted to kind of like see how it looks. So this is what the door looks like before priming and painting and all that good stuff. We also have to like sand the edges to make it smooth. But I wanted to see what it would look like up, and I think it's gonna look so good. I don't know if you can see that, I might be in the way, but I just feel like this is gonna change our kitchen completely. I think I've said a million times how much I hate our current cabinets, so I cannot wait to do this. But so now I'm going to sand, and I'm not even bothering covering the countertops. I'm literally just gonna clean them. So but I'm gonna sand, and then I'm going to paint the primer on the top, let it dry, and then come back and do a coat. This is what we're looking like so far. I think it looks so good. I am obsessed with it so far. It is making the room look so much taller. Like, I feel like it really elevates the room. Maybe I will have time to do this one today. I would like to. I mean, because at this point, like, this will not take long at all, because the reason why that took so much longer is because there was so much stuff in those cabinets, and this one is literally just Tupperware. So trying to decide what to do about up here. So up here, the plan is to take this part, like from here to here out, because we want to remove that soffit in order to have like a hanging light and to kind of open it up a little bit more. I'm about to do the second coat, and then I might start putting stuff back, or I might go down and start sanding some of the doors from yesterday. So we will see. Looking pretty good. I don't know if you can see. I'm honestly just smoothing it with my finger. I might use the other tool I got, but I think it's looking really nice. So I think I'm doing a decent job. Update, we are painting. So I'm starting with a primer. I just sanded this and then wiped it down. There's a mosquito. I don't think I got it. I came inside because I was getting eaten alive by mosquitoes outside. It's a little bit gross in here because this is our way in and out of the house sometimes. So it's a little dirty. So I propped this on this old table we have that we don't use. So now I'm just going to paint on this primer. We are back and I am now priming and painting the doors. I've only had 2 primed so far, these 2 back here, so I've started painting those the gray. I did realize that priming the back really doesn't make a difference, so I'm just gonna prime the fronts to save some time for now, and my camera's gonna die soon. I meant to charge it last night and forgot, so we will see how long it lasts. Yeah, so I'm about to get started and let's do it. Okay, update. Sorry the lighting's kind of weird right now, but I am now working on this. This part is done, just kind of where you see the tape to this I'm working on because I want this to be dry and dry overnight because we are going to hopefully put the cabinets on tomorrow, at least these. And then of course we have all of the bottom ones and this side. But I think this one was honestly the most time consuming just because the amount of stuff that's in all of these cabinets. The rest of the stuff doesn't have nearly as much. Well, I guess the ones on the bottom do. So that's actually gonna take a while too. But I wanna show the ones that I have finished. I have some of these doors outside because these are the ones that were dry. I needed some space to put the other ones. So here is what they are looking like. I think they look so good. I just have them propped up here. They're still a little tacky on this side, but the other side is completely dry. We just wanted to let them sit overnight, make sure they get completely dry. But I think I did a pretty good job on them. So I am pleased so far. I think they're gonna look so good.